It's good. It's Skano. In light of this finesse two times paperwork situation, I want to pose a question, a real honest question. Do people even really care about snitches being exposed? I mean, I know it's a point of interest, but if your favorite artist, it turns out, do you really care? I'm just saying, as a fan or whatever you want to call it, a supporter of a certain artist. At the end of the day, I mean, yeah, it's a stain on a resume, so to speak, but are you going to cancel this individual? Listen, uh, I know it's a new phenomenon, exposing snitches and whatnot. And I mean, these are things that need to, I guess, be brought to light. But at the end of the day, I think what they really exposing is what the streets already knew. I mean, this is just an aspect of the streets that been existing. So, if anything, it's just pulling back, you know, the veil of this so-called code that's supposed to exist in the streets that really don't exist. So, I mean, yeah. Um, but like I said, at the end of the day, we know as far as it pertains to the music industry, I really don't think it matter. Of course, I know a lot of fans want their artists to be seen as honorable, or what, however you want to put it. But do it really matter? Look at, I mean, Gunna's still doing his thing. If you make good music, you're gonna be straight regardless, right? Uh, so at the end of the day, it's his core fan base. They gonna rock with him regardless. Whether you want to just ignore the truth or you just choose to accept it as it is, like 6ix9ine fans embrace the shit. Like, hey, you know. But even in real life, like I said, the most notorious snitch in the streets, to my knowledge, and gangster lore, however you want to put it, Alpo Martinez, right? He was a killer and a snitch. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was known, it been known. So, man went to prison, you know, didn't get touched, got out of prison, was roaming the streets in New York like back in the old days. After it was known, he snitched to get out of prison for murder. What? Nobody did shit. I mean, yeah, he got knocked over, but it wasn't because of that. It was some unrelated, you know. So at the end of the day, that's why to me this shit is really pointless. I mean, I understand, you know, like I said, it's content, it's you know, entertainment. But what's the real consequences of being exposed for being a snitch for real? Because like I said, and I'm, being a hater, just pointing out the fucking obvious. Like with Trench's News. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do people really care? As long as you ain't snitching on them directly, do people really care? No, they just don't. So whether or not Finesse two times snitched, which is looking like, I mean, the paperwork is there, man. So you come to your own conclusions. I'm not in the business of coming on here calling people a snitch, but the shit is what it is. So, but like I said, at the end of the day, this so-called street code that's supposed to exist, it's spoken. Certain rules exist in sports, but people break the rules, right? I mean, whatever to get a competitive edge, whatever at the end of the day it take to win, people gonna do it. So who's the fucking officiate? Who's officiating the streets for real though? The fans? The OGs? The OGs are rats. So at the end of the day, man, it just is what it is. So 216 Skano from the gutter.